Hello fellow introverts, it is Sarah Lewis again, and I'm back with another tip on why you may be failing to attract clients if you're a introverted entrepreneur. So today's tip is all about perfectionism. One of the traits of being an introvert is being a perfectionist, which is a good thing and a bad thing all at once. So it's a good thing because we having everything nice and looking nice and well written and having everything perfect looks professional, and I totally get that, is that you want to put out a professional appearance. And in this day and age, with all the grammar, the horrible grammar on like social media and blogging and all of that, like perfectionism is just, it's still important, but it's less important than maybe us introverts are putting, the too much importance on it. We're waiting for things to be perfect before we put them out. So the blog has to be perfectly written, and it has to, sound beautiful, and social media has to be the same, like your captions and that sort of thing have to be perfect and, flowing and all of that, and whatever constraints we're putting on ourselves to make it perfect is actually holding us back. So another thing that if you're just starting out in business is you're working on your logo and you're trying to get your logo perfect, or your website and you're trying to get that perfect before seeking out clients. So you may be thinking, well, the logo has to be in place, the website has to be in place, everything has to be in place and looking perfect before I can start hiring clients, because maybe they won't hire me if everything isn't perfect. And I'm here to tell you that that is not true. People these days are looking for connection more than perfection. So you don't have to have a logo to start a business. Eventually you can get there, and it will be important as far as your overall branding strategy. But just good enough right now, and just getting something out there is the first step. There's always room for improvement, and I've been in business for myself for 10 years now, and I can tell you I've gone through 3 logo changes in 10 years. So I had my logo to start out, and I just got it out there, and then a few years later I didn't like it and I wanted to change it, and then a few years after that I wanted to tweak it a little. So in 10 years I've had 3 logos. So don't think that you have to get it perfect straight off the bat, because it's probably going to change anyway. Like your business might shift a little, or who you want as an ideal client may shift a little. So your logo is probably going to have to represent that, and you may just not fully understand your brand when you're just starting out. So you may change it anyway. So just think, okay, good enough is good enough. I'm putting it out there, and I'm going to start connecting with people, because that's the easiest way to get clients. People need to know, like, and trust you, and they're not going to not hire you because you didn't like their logo. Like, I want you to think about when you've hired people to work with. Did you pass on them because of the logo? Or maybe it was like their price point, or maybe it was that you just didn't trust them, or maybe you just didn't like them. I guarantee you, if people don't want to work with you, it's because they just don't like you, or something feels off in that connection. It's not the logo, it's not the website, it's not the grammar mistakes, maybe sometimes, depending on how many grammar mistakes there are. But in general, us introverts are trying to make things too perfect, and we're focusing on the wrong things. So like if you've been working on your website to get it perfect for weeks, and you're trying to get it perfect before you advertise your website, then how are clients going to know about you? Because you're sitting at home working on your website for weeks on end, rather than getting your message out there and starting to connect with people. So anyway, that's my tip. Introverts tend to be perfectionists, but start thinking that good enough for now is just good enough, and there's always room to tweak it and make it absolutely perfect later. But you need to get clients coming in first, and use your time towards getting clients in rather than trying to make everything perfect. So I hope that helps. Leave me a comment, let me know, and I will talk to you soon.